Mraz, lead us off. Who are you trashing?
I'm going in-house, DA, and trashing my wife right out the chute here today.
No.
Look, I have a great relationship. We joke around often, but she could sometimes just flat out be mean. Yesterday, I was giving myself a little beard trim. I slipped up, and I have lost my beard, as you may be able to tell on Watch DA. This prompted her.
Clean-shaven Mraz today.
It is what it is. This prompted her to come home. Took her a couple minutes of getting dinner prepared, and she freezes in her tracks and goes, "What happened to your beard?" DA, an hour later, there were actual tears coming out of tear ducts where she got the stomach to tell me, "I don't know how you got so ugly. This needs to come back." And for me to sleep in the guest room until I'm showing enough facial hair again. She repeatedly had called me a word she had used to call me, a thumb. She claims I look like a thumb. It hurt. It was bad, and I slept in the guest room last night because she refuses to even look at me until my beard comes back. She married this man. This is me. This is my face. Get a load of it. Come on, I'm not that ugly.
I am stunned to a news. Okay, Pete, play the sounder.
Beep, beep. Sanitation just arrived.
Your wife, Danielle, actually said, and I quote, "I don't know when you became so ugly."
Yes. Yeah.
And she was crying
tears
because you're so ugly?
Mortified with embarrassment that she had to look at my face like this, claiming I am so ugly without the beard. She said, "I don't know if you're just getting too old or what's going on, but you are now ugly." And how hurtful is that?
Oh, my God.
You know what? You deserve as much Wendy's as you want, Shaun.
Wow.
Eat yourself to
I
whatever
dodged
you want
I
today.
was going to get Wendy's yesterday. I dodged it. So I'm going to have some self-care.
No.
But I slipped up.
Go for it today.
Apparently, she needs the beard that bad that she said, basically, I have to walk around if we see any family and you look like a thumb. That's mean.
Well, what happened to the beard?
Yesterday, I thought it was getting a little, frazzled. So I tried to do like a buzzer with a whatever you call the shield to kind of clip it up a little bit, and I just did a quick. It took out a line. I said, well, now it's going to look ridiculous, so I'm going to start over, and I'm going to come. It's going to come back, but obviously there's nothing I could do. I made a mistake trimming it. It'll come back.
I have to tell you, I think you have aged very well over the 8 years that I know you.
Thank you.
Certainly your weight has fluctuated dramatically.
Yeah.
And I would say that you could really afford to lose 40. But in terms of your face, in terms of wrinkles, in terms of, I think that you've actually kept a certain youthful look over the course of the 8 years that I've known you. And I am a little shocked that Danielle would look at you today and say, "You're so ugly. I'm so jarred by how ugly you are. I'm going to cry." I don't think anything has been that dramatic, and that is crushing to have a loved one call you that you're so ugly that the other person said. That is crushing.
And exactly. So I don't know. I'm hoping I'm going to get a big apology issue today. I'm hoping I'm going to have a lot of things said to me where she overreacted. But if I don't, I have already scanned my Facebook, and I'm going to present her pictures of when she first started dating me and show how much uglier I really was, because you want to tell me I was ugly. I was. Not anymore. Now I'm very handsome. The hair comb over, I think it's just she needs some sort of hair. Even when I had the comb over, I had no facial. At least I had some hair on top. I think it's the idea of when I become looking like the moon. I'm shiny in spots. I'm looking down. She needs something.
You do look like Mac the Knife from those McDonald's commercials.
That's what she's looking for.
It's a big glow over there.
Yeah, and she's embarrassed, and we're supposed to have dinner with my sister for St. Patty's Day. She's like, "I don't even think you should go looking like that."
Oh, my God.
What?
I mean, come on.
Exactly.
That's not fair.
So
Even
I
for
thought,
you.
completely. So she's trashed that. I'm sorry. It's completely unfair to paint me in this light as an ugly human being because I slipped up shaving a beard. I had a great dinner cooked for me. I had been cooking basically 2 straight weeks. Danielle stepped up to the plate. I think she felt some ounce of maybe a little embarrassment that maybe she had taken it too far. It's a nice chicken and broccoli dish. The whole house smelled like garlic. It was really going well. We even had at moments a little bit of a back scratch going on at times. I was watching the first quarter of the Celtics Jazz. A couple fingernails rolled over. But then things really went downhill, DA, when a phone call came from my mother-in-law to Danielle, who had been monitoring the Facebook page to tell her daughter, did you really call Shaun ugly? And did you see that you were getting crushed on Facebook? Which prompted Danielle to go to the Facebook page on the phone with her mother and see that, I mean, the listeners, and thank goodness for all of them, really coming to my defense, crushing her. I mean, they hate her, and Danielle turned full heel, DA, full heel.
Oh.
She went one by one looking at everybody that bashed her on Facebook. Yep, this one's ugly. Yep, that one's ugly. This one's ugly. She just called everybody who defended me ugly. And then she turned to me after watching the video and said, we need to get a couple things straight here. And she wanted to clarify that she claims she never used the word ugly. She used the word hideous, which she thinks is a nicer way of saying ugly. I said it is not. I think that is much worse. I don't remember her using the word hideous, but she is taking the claim that it was the word hideous, which is much nicer. And she said, look, I don't know what to tell you. You need somebody to be real with you when you shave this off. You look like Peppa Pig's dad. And then she prompted to put a Photoshop together of me looking like Peppa Pig's dad. And she said, just grow it back. I'm trying to be as real with you as possible. Too many people glad hand you in your life. I'm laying it on real. And that's what led to it. So I think the Facebook page really ignited fire, and she has turned heel. She's out after everybody, DA.
Well, let me tell you, she is right that you probably get coddled a little bit too much by your family. You can do no wrong in your mom's eyes, in your dad's eyes, and you constantly have their support no matter what, and they come rushing to the defense of you, so much so that your mom actually messaged me on Facebook for being too mean. So I could see where Danielle's coming from, but whether she called you ugly or hideous, those are two rough words to hear from the person that chose to marry you. And you got to appreciate Danielle just going full heel here and just not caring, like doubling down on, I only called you hideous. I mean, that's quite the defense there. So I was thinking about this, and I said, boy, I feel for Mraz. Like, again, this is something that you should not ever hear from a loved one. I can't believe how hideous you've become, or I can't believe how ugly you've become. So I decided to buy something for you, Mraz, to maybe cheer you up a little bit. Pete, cue the music. At spring training, there are a smattering of fans all across the Grapefruit League and the Cactus League. I can't be in St. Lucie, Florida, to watch my beloved Mets at spring training. So I decided the next best thing was a cardboard cutout. And that cardboard cutout is of you, Mraz. At every Mets spring training game, there will be a Mraz cutout for the low, low price of $44. There is Shaun Mraz at every Mets spring training game. A smiling Mraz wearing the Mets hat.
I'm a Yankee fan. What are you doing?
Wearing a Let's Go Mets t-shirt. You can check the simulcast right now. I had a picture of you wearing a Mets hat and a Let's Go Mets t-shirt with a thumbs up when we went to a Mets game a couple of years ago. I figured this is the perfect time to unveil this at spring training.
I'm a Yankee fan! People are going to see this! I have family in St. Lucie! I'm going to look like a fraud! I'm going to look like Jim Murray! You don't do this to people!
You are Jim Murray.
What are
You owe him an apology.
Are you nuts? I have a reputation to uphold! You want to get me something? Get me a freaking cookie in the mail! Send me a deep dish from Chicago! You don't put me in Met gear at the Met games!
You were in Mets gear. You wore this willingly.
It's sacrilegious! You can't do that! You can't do that to people! Why would you do that? What are you laughing about? You know I'm a Yankee fan!
You look so happy in that picture.
Yeah, okay. I was 17 beers in and I've had 14 meals around Citi Field. You caught me at a vulnerable stage. You don't send that down to St. Lucie. Now Keith Hernandez is going to see me looking like a thumb thinking I'm a Met fan every game.